Hey, what's up, guys? It's Nutsack. Today we're gonna be doing my UFC 311 predictions. Sorry that I sound a little sick, but yeah, let's just get into it. Start off with the first fight. We got Tagir Ulanbekov versus Clayton Carpenter. Tagir's actually a pretty big favorite, and I also saw on Verdict 2 is like a crazy huge favorite. I'm actually gonna go with Clayton Carpenter. Um, Everyone talks about Tagir like he's a huge lightweight. He's like 1 inch taller than him. I know he missed weight last time. He was supposed to fight Joshua Van, I believe. And he also hasn't fought for like a year. And Clayton Carpenter's got a win recently. Sorry. I was fucking sick. Clayton Carpenter got a win recently. So I know Tagir is the favorite here, but I'm actually going to go with Clayton Carpenter. I think he's a good grappler. And Tagir also got beat by Tim Elliott. Let's not forget about that. I believe he did, right? Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, I think Clayton Carpenter is gonna win this one. Going with the first pick of the card and it's underdog pick. So moving on to the next fight, we got Ricky Turcios versus Sopaj. So I believe this is the guy that got knocked out by Oliveira with the flying knee, and then this is the guy who got submitted by Raul Rosas. To be honest, I don't really give a shit about this fight. If I go with someone, I go with Sopaj. He looked pretty good in the Oliveira fight, like before the knockout. He was able to get like takedowns and shit. Ricky Turcios isn't that good, to be honest. And Sopaj was able to get takedowns on Oliveira and shit. And I believe he took that fight on short notice as well. And then Oliveira fought Ricky Simone and stuffed all his takedowns. So that's pretty impressive. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with him just because Ricky Tercios kind of sucks. But moving up, we got Rinya Nakamura versus Mayun Gafurov. I'm gonna go with Rinya Nakamura, probably by decision. No one really cares. Again, another fight, no one really cares. Ellen Perez is a girl with torques. She's actually a pretty good grappler though. Versus Carol Rosa, NPC. Pretty sure she's a striker. So I'm gonna go with Ellen Perez. She's actually an underdog. I'm actually going with Ellen Perez. It's just a grappler versus striker matchup. You gotta go with the grappler. Next fight. This is actually an interesting matchup. Grant Dawson versus Diego Ferreira. Diego Ferreira is coming off a knockout over, or like he's going off like a win over Rebecca, who, unfortunately Rebecca just beat Ora by, yeah. But Diego Ferreira is pretty good. He's a crafty vet, man. But yeah, I think Mateus Rebecca gasses out pretty easily, and I don't think Grant Dawson. Like, I do think Diego Ferreira could. I want to pick Diego Ferreira like as a good underdog pick, but I don't think he's gonna be able to. Well, I mean, he could chin Grant Dawson, but I think Grant Dawson is gonna take him down. I think Grant Dawson has way better cardio than Grant Dawson has really good grappling, and I think he has better cardio than Rebecca. So I don't think he's gonna gas out really hard against Ferreira and allow him to just get dominated. You know what I mean? So I think Grant Dawson will literally just take down Ferreira for 3 rounds and just beat him up on the ground probably, or maybe a ground and pound TKO. We saw someone do that to him. Who was it? I forget, but I'm pretty sure he got ground and pound. Maybe I'm fucking it up. Oh, he's a heavy favorite anyway. So yeah, especially I want to go with Diego Ferreira here for a good underdog pick. I'm gonna go with Grant Dawson. Zachary Reese versus Dumas. No, Zachary Reese got slam KO'd by Cody Brundage, and Cody Brundage is ass. But I'm gonna pick him to win, just because I think Dumas fucking sucks. I got another fight nobody cares about. We're gonna go with Zachary Reese for the last one. For this one's pretty easy. I'm gonna go with Jalen Almeida. Could have sworn he used to be more in shape. Now I guess he just has a gut. Now he's a heavyweight. He's kind of just letting himself go apparently. Sergey Spivak, or maybe he's off the steroids. Sergey Spivak is just kind of like a refrigerator with legs. So I think John Almeida is faster, and I think he'll be able to get the back, probably submit him first round. Same thing he did with fucking who was it? Romanov. I do think Spivak's better than Romanov though. Don't get me wrong. Romanov's kind of shit. Next up we got Peyton Talbot versus Barcelos. Barcelos actually he's a crafty vet, man. He's actually pretty underrated. But I'm gonna go with Peyton Talbot here. Nah, I can't see Barcelos getting it done. I'm sorry. Peyton Talbot's too good of a striker. He's too dangerous. He's too much power. He's just gonna walk forward, find that KO eventually. Pretty sure he's a heavy favorite, yeah. And I'm pretty sure they're just feeding Barcelos to Brayton Talbot. Should have been fighting before. I don't know why it took him so long to find a fight. His last fight was at 303, which is 8 pay-per-views ago, and it was a first-round KO. He took no damage, so I don't know why he hasn't been fighting, but yeah, I mean, I guess. But yeah, I think he's easily gonna win for sure. Moving on to the next fight, we got Johnny Walker versus Bogdan Guskov. I'm gonna go with Bogdan Guskov. I think he's gonna chin Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker just doesn't have a chin. Bogdan Guskov has great power. We know that he knocked out Ryan Spann, so I think he's gonna knock out Johnny Walker first round probably. Moving on to the next fight. We got Kevin Holland versus Rainer de Ridder. Now this matchup is actually kind of interesting. I'm picking Rainer de Ridder. I know everyone's gonna be like, bro, Rainer de Ridder sucks, bro. He took himself down in the fight, and it's like, yeah, he still submitted Gerald Meerschaert, and Gerald Meerschaert's has really good grappling. I know Kevin Holland has really good grappling as well, but I think Rainer de Ridder is better when it comes to grappling, and I think he'll be able to find a takedown. Kevin Holland's not that. I mean, Kevin Holland's just really inconsistent. But I think Rainer de Ridder will find a way to get to the ground, and then I think he'll find a submission. So he's actually an underdog here. He was underdog on verdict as well. People were picking Kevin Holland. I'm going with Rainer de Ridder by submission. Another underdog pick. Got a lot of underdog picks on this card. Speaking of underdog picks, Yuri Prochazka versus Jamal Hill. But just I want Yuri to win. I'm going Jamal Hill. Here's why. Yuri has no striking defense. Jamal Hill has some striking defense. Way better than Yuri's. Yuri's just keeps his hands at his waist. Jamal has great power as well, and he's really fast. I think he's faster than Yuri. And I think he's powerful enough to put Yuri away, especially right after Yuri got KO'd by Alex. And now Jamal Hill got KO'd by Alex as well. But he has better defense. And I think that's just the decision maker. I just think he's faster. I feel like a lot of people are underrating Jamal Hill. I know MMA math doesn't work, but Yuri had a war with Glover. Jamal Hill dominated him. Literally wasn't a single point in that fight where Glover's winning. I know people like to shit on Jamal Hill. People say, oh, Jamal Hill sucks just because he has a little altercation with Alex and he's like corny and shit. And trust me, like I don't really like him either, but don't sleep on the man's skill. He's pretty good. So I think he's going to beat Yuri for sure. He's going to knock him out. He's probably going to have a really annoying call out of Alex in the cage afterwards. But it is what it is. Sorry. Moving on, next fight we got Beneil versus Moicano. That's actually a pretty interesting matchup because Beneil and Moicano are both good grapplers, and when it comes to being on the feet, Beneil's more powerful, but he also might be a little more timid because he just got knocked out 2 times in a row. I don't think Moicano has that power to knock him out and that striking ability like Arman and Oliveira, but it's kind of tough. It's it's kind of like a mirror matchup, but I'm gonna go with Moicano just because he has more momentum coming into the fight. And he's coming off like 2 or 3 great wins, rather than like 2 straight losses and being out of the cage for a year where he got chinned. So I'm gonna go with Moicano to win this one. Can't afford to lose. Can't afford to lose. Moving on to the next one. Rob versus Umar. Now this is a pretty interesting one. I don't even know, to be honest. I probably should have prepped my picks before the video. I think we're going with Merab. Merab, his pressure, you just can't count out anybody against Merab with his pressure. I learned that against O'Malley. He's super strong, and he just never guesses out, man. I think he's just gonna tire out Umar with all the takedown attempts. Same thing he did to Peter Yan. Maybe Umar takes him down. That's where it could get interesting. I think Umar failed to take down Sandhagen. I guess Sandhagen is better wrestling, but I don't know, man. But I think Merab will win, but I could see Umar winning too. So honestly, I could see this fight going either way. Either way, it's gonna be a boring champ at bantamweight, so I don't really give a shit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding, but I do give a shit. So I think I'm gonna go with Merab. Fuck, man. Because I'm thinking about going with Umar. Because what if Umar takes him down? Because I think Umar could take him down. But I think Merab is hard to hold down because he's small. Yeah, I'm going to go with Merab. I'm going with Merab. And then my screen's all fucked up for Armin and Islam for some reason. So I'm just going to go up here for that. Last but not least, we got Armin versus Islam. You know, I already know everyone's going to be picking, Islam by TKO, Islam by 40, 50, 45. I'm going Islam by 48, 47. And I don't think there's going to be much wrestling. I think it's going to be mostly striking. Islam's not going to be able to... Think about it. Every time Islam's not able to dominate someone in the grappling... Well, I get he actually dominated Charles, so it's kind of a stupid argument. He dominated Charles in the striking. Just because Charles is the perfect matchup for him on the striking. So much pressure, and Islam's like a counter striker. But I think Islam is going to be able to... I don't fucking know. What was I saying? Fucking, why did I keep forgetting? Islam wasn't able to dominate Dustin in the grappling, and he made it close. And I don't think Islam's as dominant as a grappler as people say. He's not Khabib. He's Islam, and I do think he's a better striker. So I think he's a better overall fighter, but he's not as dominant for sure. And he wasn't able to dominate Volk on the ground. I get it. He was able to take down Volk, secure some rounds with grappling, but he wasn't able to dominate Volk on the ground. He held on to his back for a round. That was like the most dominant round he had, in my opinion. But then he fought Dustin, was barely able to take him down, and it was a close fight. And I don't think he's gonna be able to take down Armin. I think Armin's actually a better wrestler than him. Hot take. And I do think Islam's a better striker, but I don't think that Islam's gonna have the edge with the threat of the takedown. Because I don't think Armin's going to be afraid of the takedown either. I don't think Islam's going to be able to take down Armin. Will Armin be able to take down Islam? Who knows? But ask yourself this question. If Dustin fights... If Armin fights Dustin, that like it's a known fact. Armin's taking down Dustin in the middle of the cage, against the cage, wherever, and beating him up on the ground. I think that's the case. A lot of people are going to say, well, no, Dustin... Who's training with Gamera? Like, I get it. Armin, I like comparing their fights with Oliveira. Makhachev Islam was able to take down Charles, and like he had a stalemate with him on the ground, but where he really dominated him was on the feet. But Charles is the perfect matchup for Islam on the feet because of all the pressure he puts, and Islam's a counter striker. That's why Charles was able to have no success. Armin made Charles so afraid of the takedown that he was able to just walk him down on the feet, do whatever he wanted, then take him down, beat him up on the ground, beat him up in his guard with elbows. I know he got caught in a couple submissions, but he was able to tough them out. And also people say he got robbed. Charles got robbed in that fight. That's like the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Armin is he beat up Charles worse on the ground. He was able to take him down multiple times and beat him up in his guard with elbows. Cut him open. I know Charles is easy to cut open, but still. And I think that's more impressive than what Islam did to Charles on the ground, which is basically just had like a stalemate with him. He dominated him in the striking, which is still super impressive, like I said. And I get Armin had threat of the takedown with Oliveira, but like I said, Charles was more afraid of the takedown with Armin than he was with Islam. And I get he got caught in a couple submissions, like I said, but I don't think Islam's going to be able to find those submissions. I don't think he's going to try a flying guillotine. I don't think he's going to be able to try a guillotine with Armin. But, yeah, I think, I don't even know who's going to win this fight, man. I'm going to go with Islam for it. Fuck it. I'm going with Armin, bro. Because if I pick Islam, everyone's going to be like, oh, everyone's picking Islam. Islam wins. If I go with Armin, I'm going to probably be like the only... I'm probably going to be like the only person on MMA YouTube who picked Armin. And if he wins, I can be like, yeah, I predicted this shit. Because I actually think he has a great chance of winning. I think he's so underrated. And I think Islam's a little bit overrated. So I'm going to go with Armin. I'm going to go with Armin by a close decision. I think he'll be able to put pressure on Islam, and I think he'll be able to stuff. He won't be afraid of the takedown. He'll be able to stuff takedowns. He's younger. And that first fight was pretty close, and Armin was taking it on short notice, bro. So I'm going with Armin. I don't give a shit. Fuck. But anyways, yep, that's my official predictions. Let me just get all these out of the way real quick. Let me just make all of them straight. Let me put them out there. This fight, Carpenter, Sopaj, Nakamura, Perez, Dawson, Reese, Almeida, Talbot, Guskov, Rainer de Ritter, Jamal Hill, Moicano, Marab, and Armin. So that's gonna be my pick, guys. That's gonna be my picks, guys. And sorry I'm sick, but I just wanted to get out of video for you guys today. That's gonna be it for the video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.